The WGA writer's strike could mean huge delays for tons of big fantasy shows, but could The Legend of Vox Machina and Mighty Nein animated series be unaffected?
You want answers!
I want the truth!
The Writers Guild of America has announced that they are going on strike effective immediately, mainly over the diminished pay writers have been getting from streaming services like Netflix and Prime Video, whose shorter episode counts and lack of residuals have resulted in a sharp decrease in pay for writers. And while this strike could mean months of delays to most upcoming shows, there's a very good chance Critical Role's The Legend of Vox Machina and Mighty Nein animated series won't be affected. While Critical Role cast members offered vocal support for the WGA on Twitter this morning, The Legend of Vox Machina is not produced under a WGA union contract, rather by separate unions called the Animation Guild and the IATSE, which have existing writers' deals already in place. And while it may seem strange that shows like Vox Machina or The Mighty Nein, which are based on real events and dialogue from Critical Role actual plays, are dependent on writers, a look back at the last two seasons revealed that besides Sam Riegel and Travis Willingham working together to write a single episode in both seasons 1 and 2, every other episode of the series is credited to one or two writers outside the cast. But since the writers on The Legend of Vox Machina are not covered under the WGA, unless the cast of Critical Role or their writers decide to join in a sympathy strike with their friends at the WGA, the production on The Legends of Vox Machina Season 3 should remain unaffected. And given that it's part of the same Amazon Prime Video deal as the Mighty Nein animated series, we could pretty safely assume that pre-production work on that show will also be similarly on schedule. Some other fantasy shows that are not so lucky and could be facing big delays include Wheel of Time Season 3, which has just begun production, Amazon's Ring of Power series, which is in the middle of producing Season 2, and even the mysterious Dungeons & Dragons TV show, which was set to enter pre-production, just to name a few. And of course, despite the Critical Role is scripted conspiracy theorists that pop up from time to time, the actual Critical Role streams for Campaign 3 should remain completely unaffected, as Bell's Hells continue their campaign to figure out what happened in the wake of the Apogee Solstice this Thursday. So are you glad that The Legend of Vox Machina and Critical Role seem to have sidestepped the WGA writer's strike? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.